back to the Sports Wrap. Andy Gresh in studio. We're talking Patriots and Broncos. All right, last week was just bonkers, wild, all week long. Now that it's Wednesday, knock on wood, no positive tests, do we think this will be normal heading up to game day?
I do, Yanni, and the way Bill Belichick is handling the football team is real evidence of it. And when you hear players coming out and saying, hey, Bill is protecting us, he's trying to take care of us to make sure they get through this week. And when you hear guys say Belichick has educated himself on COVID as well, it appears as if he takes it seriously, and if he does, then it's going to trickle down, and not only the players will, but let's remember, there's a whole bunch of staff around this football team that has to take it seriously. So Bill Belichick, to me, is being a real leader for his team.
I have no doubt the Patriots were doing everything they could protocol-wise to maintain a safe situation. Obviously, something happened. Cam got it. Stephon Gilmore got it. Do you think this was a wake-up call that they're even going to be under tighter restrictions the rest of the year?
Yeah, and look at what we're going through in our state, right? You know, we just today hear that, hey, it's getting a little worse and people are being laxed, and make sure you're wearing your mask. So I think for those NFL players, especially for some of them in markets where you've got college football coaches screaming, hey, put 93,000 people in the stadium. You know, there are going to be a lot of players who hear that and be like, I can get away with not wearing my mask or going to dinner, when everything they do during this season counts for all of them to be able to get to the end. So absolutely, I think across the league, what happened with the Titans was the real wake-up call, because one team, realistically, Yanni, has wrecked the schedule to this point.
Yeah, it was unbelievable, the different ways the Patriots postponement changed the NFL schedule. All right, last week we could have had Brett Rippon versus Jarrett Stidham. This week it could be Cam Newton versus Drew Lock. Who do you see playing quarterback for both teams?
I think you nailed it. I think it's Cam Newton and Drew Lock. And Drew Lock does not scare me whatsoever. He's a John Elway pick. So just on that, you assume that the guy's not very good at playing quarterback. And it's time for Cam to get back. If you just count the days in terms of when he tested positive, that whole period of him staying away, I expect him to be the starting quarterback, and that's a real game changer in this one, because if it's Stidham versus Locke or Stidham versus Rippon, you figure that margin for error has shrunk. Now with Cam Newton in there, they can go out and make some mistakes, get off to a slow start, and I think we'd still see them be okay.
I know it was only last Monday, but it feels like forever since the Patriots have played a game. It'll be going on 3 weeks, seeing Cam if he plays Sunday. What do you expect from this team Sunday?
Whew, that is a great question. I expect them to rally around this the way the Tennessee Titans did last night against Buffalo. So let's start there. I think there is you hear Devin McCourty talking about the relationships of the players. I'm banking on that those veterans are holding this group together, even though they're not together all the time. That said, look, if there's going to be a mistake or two, somebody might put the pill on the ground. Cam fires one too high. There's probably going to be a mistake in the first quarter that they're going to have to overcome. But ultimately, I think this is a bring us together type moment for this football team, the way it was for Tennessee.
All right, he's Andy Gresh talking Patriots and Broncos. He'll, of course, be part of our New England Nation show Sunday, 11:30 on Fox Providence. Much more from the show coming up right after this.